You're not imagining it. That moment when you feel a presence, not loud, not pushy, but deeply intentional. You look up, and your dog is watching you, eyes locked in, unmoving, completely focused, just staring. No tail wag, no bark, no paw raised. Just that stare. And the longer you hold their gaze, the more it starts to feel like they're trying to say something. Something deeper than, "I want food," or "Let's go outside." Something personal. Something they've been trying to say for a very long time. What if that stare is their way of saying something they can't bark, whine, or nudge into words? Something they feel in their heart but only know how to show with their eyes. Because here's the truth. Dogs never stare without a reason. And if you don't know how to read it, if you keep brushing it off as just another cute quirk, you may be missing the most important messages your dog will ever try to tell you. Let's stop looking at the stare as a question and start seeing it as a conversation. Because once you understand the silent language behind it, everything about your relationship with your dog will change. Sometimes permanently. Dogs don't use words, but that doesn't mean they don't speak. In fact, dogs are speaking to you all the time. With their posture, their ears, their breathing, the way they follow you from room to room, the way they pause before you leave the house, the way they watch you when you cry, or when you pretend you're okay. And the stare. That's the loudest thing they ever say. But here's the tragedy. Most people never learn how to listen. We think the stare means "I'm hungry," or "throw the ball," or "you're holding my treat bag." And yes, sometimes that's true. But more often, the stare isn't about wanting something. It's about needing something. Your attention, your awareness, your presence, your emotional closeness. Because dogs don't bond through talk. They bond through watching. And if your dog is watching you, it's not just about what you're doing, it's about who you are in that moment. There's a reason dogs stare at us more than any other animal. Wolves don't, foxes don't. Even chimpanzees, our closest relatives, don't do this. But dogs? They stare because they've learned that eye contact means connection. It's their way of syncing their emotions with yours. They watch your face to predict what you're going to do. They watch your body to see how you're feeling. And they stare when they want to connect. It's not about dominance. It's not about control. It's about intimacy. Eye contact in the dog world is vulnerable, risky, emotional. When they stare at you, they're opening themselves up completely. And all they hope is that you'll meet them halfway. Have you ever been so emotionally exhausted you couldn't speak? So overwhelmed that words just felt useless? Dogs feel that too. But they don't have the luxury of language. They can't say, "I'm scared," or "I'm lonely," or "I don't understand what's happening." So they stare. That's their whole vocabulary in one gesture. And if you've been distant, distracted, buried in your phone, or wrapped up in stress, that stare might be saying, "Do you still see me? Do I still matter in your world? Am I still your priority?" It's a question dogs ask quietly, repeatedly, hoping they won't be forgotten. Sometimes, the stare isn't emotional. It's instinctual. When your dog stares at you while waiting for a cue, they're showing you something called referential gaze. That means they're literally looking to you for guidance, for leadership. Dogs don't want to be in charge of everything. They want to feel like you've got this, that you're calm, confident, and safe to follow. So that stare that looks like, "What's next?" might really mean, "I'm lost, show me the way." And if you don't respond, they'll improvise. They'll take charge. They'll become reactive, dominant, or anxious, not because they want to, but because they feel like they have to. Your dog is looking to you constantly for emotional structure. And that stare? It's a plea for guidance. Then there's the stare of love. It happens when you're not doing anything important. Maybe you're tying your shoes, or brushing your teeth, or just lying on the couch after a long day. You look over, and they're just watching you, not waiting, just being with you. That's the purest form of love dogs know how to give. It's not loud, it's not dramatic, it's not Instagram-worthy, but it's real. And if you've ever wondered how much your dog loves you, don't count the kisses, count the stares. Because a dog who watches you quietly is a dog who adores you. But what about the stare that feels different, colder, harder, longer than usual? Eyes wide, mouth tight, ears pinned. That's not affection. That's warning. Your dog might be in pain, or scared, or on edge, and they don't know how to tell you. So they stare, hoping you'll figure it out. And if you miss it, if you dismiss it, they might escalate. Bark, snap, retreat, not because they're bad, but because you didn't listen when they whispered, and they had no choice but to raise their voice. One of the most painful stares you'll ever receive from your dog, the one that comes at the vet, or after surgery, or during a thunderstorm. It's the stare of helplessness, of total trust. It says, "I don't understand what's happening, but I'm scared, and I just need you here." In those moments, words don't matter. Just your hand, your breath, your presence. And the stare you give back? That's your answer. "I'm here, I see you, I'm not going anywhere." And then there's the final stare. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, it'll stay with you forever. It's the stare of goodbye. The one they give you at the end of a long, beautiful life. It's not desperate. It's not afraid. It's just full of every moment you ever shared. Every walk, every cuddle, every mistake you made, and every time you made it right. They look at you, and if you pay attention, you'll see it. I was yours. You were mine. And that was enough. If you're lucky enough to hold their gaze one last time before they go, don't look away, not even for a second. Because that final stare is the last sentence of the greatest story you ever wrote together. So now, the next time your dog stares at you across the room, don't rush to distract them. Don't assume they want food. Don't wave your hand or laugh it off. Just meet their eyes and hold the moment. Because that might be the most emotionally intimate moment your dog will offer you all day. And when you finally stare back, not casually but with intention, you'll feel it. The connection, the love, the loyalty, and the unspoken truth they've been trying to tell you all along. I'm watching because I love you. I stare because you're my everything. I don't need you to talk, I just need you to see me. And once you finally do, you'll never see your dog the same way again.